Hello everyone, I'm Deb Courtney and welcome to my channel, Over 60 and Quirky. So glad you're here today. Well, we have a good topic to talk about today. And it's one everybody is familiar with. And it has to do with habits. Yes, tiny habits to change your life. That's what I'd like to discuss today. So let's get started. Now, I hope you know that great women simply have great habits. Don't we all? I know I have great habits. And I have some little bitty not too good habits. But we do. We have habits. You decide your future. You decide your habits. And your habits decide your future. So, you know whether there's good habits and bad habits. But anything simply done more than 2 times gets easier, doesn't it? Well, wait a minute. At least that's the way it's supposed to be, you know. If you do it over, over and over and over again, it's supposed to get easier. Well, that's what I want to talk about. So, habits are stronger than desires, okay? My husband was a smoker. And if he said it one time, I know he said it 100 times. I wished I'd have never picked him up because it was a bad habit for him. And it was. So, they're stronger than desires. Everything that you are or are not doing today is becoming a habit to you. An example for me is I make my bed every morning. I like to make my bed in the morning when I get up. I was trained that way as a child, basically, and it's just stuck with me. But still, hey, wait a minute. I even make the bed when I'm at a hotel, when I'm visiting on vacation, visiting in another country or whatever. I do. I have to straighten up the bed. I don't want it to be messy. And it's a habit with me. You think, well, Deborah, what a bad habit. Well, it could be for some people, but to me, it's a good habit. And so I just like my bed to be organized and made up. So it's a habit, okay? So habits create our future. Yeah. Pleasures or problems. It's your choice. The good thing about habits, they're our choice. We get to make them. They can be, you can have a fantastic future or you can have a problem future. Depends upon what habit you're wanting to invest in. So, invest in good habits. Habits determines the kinds of friends that you associate with. Now, I go to the gym. I go to the gym probably about 4 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week. So, guess what? I have gym habits. I have gym friends. They determine that your habits determines your friends. If you go to the club, you're going to have the club friends. So, I go to the theater a lot, okay? So guess what? I have theater friends. And so it just works out that way. It just does. So you can have, like I said, there's good habits and bad habits. The daily benefits of habits that's great for you. I wrote these down so I wouldn't forget. I didn't want to leave not one out. So I'm just gonna read it off my note card here. Number 1, the habit of rest. Some people don't want to rest or they can't rest. They're restless, okay? But rest is a habit. It never has been it's something I do every night. I guess it is a habit. But and some people rest longer than other folks. Okay, not a problem. Okay, so but it makes life better when you rest. You're more alert. You have clarity about what's going on in your life. And so day in and day out, So yeah, rest is a great habit to have. Healthy habits for energy, like drinking water. Inhale, deep inhaling breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Those types of things. Meditation is another habit that people, quiet time. I have that in the morning before I head out to the gym. And so, yeah, I like that. And then, of course, a good work ethic is a habit. A bad work ethic is there are good and bad. I mean, okay. You can take anything to an extreme. I know that. And I know that. I've done that. Got the t-shirt and give it away. Moi knows that. Okay. So, but it's just the fact that it serves your body and serves you well to have habits, tiny something that will change, that can change your life. A lot of people that's just now starting out, maybe, school has just gotten out. College, they just graduated from high school, college. They are going to start habits, newer habits. When we go to a different job, guess what? We have new habits. If we go to a totally different job that's nothing compares to what we've been doing, we've really got some new habits. So, and habits are all the time changing. They're not so much written in stone. I mean, some you probably have written in stone. Some of you probably are a habitual coffee drinker. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're in the habit of getting up in the morning and having a cup or two of coffee. Some have a cup or two of tea. Some people have a cup or two of some other kind of a fruit smoothie, something like that, So, there's no pressure, if I want to say, but I do want to insinuate and emphasize that tiny habits, when we change tiny habits and that will be beneficial to us, it can make your life better. You have habits of wisdom. Get wisdom, get understanding, get knowledge. Seek out a multitude. This is something I tell people when they ask about something they don't know something about it. I say, hey, go. There's wisdom in a multitude of counselors. And so go seek out those people. Make it a habit when you are inquiring about something that you need to know more about, an in-depth study. You need different case scenarios. If you want to go this way with something, want to go that way with something. Get habits of wisdom that you can use in your life so it'll make your life a whole lot better. And you won't have a bad situation to occur. So have wisdom people around you and listen to them. Listen for the wisdom, absorb it, and pursue and ask people, what's your thoughts about this? Tell me what you think. That's a great habit, is to ask people about something that you want to know more about. Habits of financial health. Your bankers, stockbrokers, people, and they have them in banks now. So where you can go to negotiate a better loan. And a lot of this, of course, you can get on, due to technology, we can get a lot of things online. But it's always good to sit down with a financial institution person at your bank or your stockbroker and discuss financially what would be a healthy habit for you to begin to implement. And sometimes sometimes those change, because what we do at 20 will not look like what we do at 30. What we do at 40 will not look like we do at 30. What we do with 60 financial habits will not look like what we did at 40. So those habits do change. So just be mindful of that. This, by all means, is not all there is as far as the tiny little habits that we can implement in our life to make our lives better. You probably have some yourself, and that's great. I just like to come on and give you some thoughts, ideas, and suggestions that I have used and implemented in the past and in the present and will in the future to incorporate tiny habits that can change our lives. So, glad you found me. Glad I found you. Go out and make it a great day. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. What habits you like, what habits you don't like. What maybe something you've implemented you hadn't thought about before. And it's become a great habit for you. So, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you next week.